I'm Polish. I was born and raised in South Africa. And I was born Catholic in Polish way in South Africa, which is the 12 official languages and cultures. So it's pretty widespread among people and cultures and different perspectives and views, which is, I find, a blessing to have been born in that land, because it's beautiful being born as a child in apartheid and then transcending apartheid and being a part of that as a child, from the child's point of view. And for us it was beautiful, it was normal. It was little black kids coming into school and uniting as one. So that's where I guess the first hint began of oneness. But as a child, it's normal. You don't even need to find it because you already have it when you're a child. So that's where I began in South Africa. Then I was studying, I finished high school, I went to university. I first started studying tourism. I wanted to please my father, do the whole thing, get a degree, get a job, get a lot of money, get rich, get married, do the consumerism, be a part of that world and be asleep. That's what I thought was the way. And then I went into college and I started studying photography, graphic design, and a bit of film in between. And I made a promise to my father, I will finish the college, this time I'll finish it, I promise. And didn't happen. I fell in love with someone and he was a musician and we used to go traveling. So my passion was with people, that was most important for me. Then something happened. I was very in love with this person. My full heart was open to this person. We were engaged and then my heart got broken. We separated. He left me for another woman, and that heartbreak was the brink of my shaking and awakening. So I started to pray, and from then I just heard a voice saying, you must go, there are people waiting, and just follow your heart. So that's what I did. From that day, I sold everything, I left everything, and I went. Took my car, myself, and just went and followed the signs, followed the calling, followed the voice. So I was led to many places, many people that I was so privileged to meet and learn and speak to. And then I met a woman in Cape Town who I would say became my first teacher. She taught me about energies and Reiki and things like that. And then one thing she said to me, she looked at me, she says, you must do ayahuasca. Yeah, I went to this ayahuasca ceremony completely ignorant and not knowing what is going on, but I knew I had to go because I was told to go, so I went. And it was one of the most beautiful experiences in my life I've ever experienced. It's, except besides giving birth to my child, that was pretty much on top of, if I could have it my way, I would have it rain ayahuasca and have everyone stand there with their mouths open, It's the ultimate cure. It's it's one of the most powerful plant medicines, and it's really beautiful. I urge everyone to have an experience, to meet the grandmother wisdom. So it's very powerful medicine, and it's for everyone. It's a different experience. I'm just speaking of my experience, what I was taught, but in the end, it's the same feeling. It's the feeling of love, the message of love, unconditional love, and the importance of living again with the land, becoming one with the land and nature. Nature is our teacher. She is our mother. She's our teacher. So it's very important. That's the main message. And then for everyone else, it's another personal journey of whatever they have to transcend or conditioning we've had, because we as white people, as Western people, have been through a lot more conditioning than our native brothers, and they're struggling now at the moment, but their DNA has more memory than ours. So we have a lot to transcend, a lot of conditioning to get through, and what I find is a lot of the Western people or the white European, when they start to discover, they try be Indian or they try be something they're not. But we're not. We're Western people. We're white Western people that have to transcend and go beyond and become, eventually teachers to the native people. What I discovered, well, for myself, and I speak personally for myself, so maybe everyone else has different perspectives, but for myself, I discovered the ultimate mystery, the ultimate I am, that everything will forever be a constant mystery in this cosmic play, where everyone has a role. So I discovered that there's nothing to do except to be. So the I am, that's who I am, what I am, and you just walk your walk. And remember what your purpose is. Everyone has an individual purpose. We have a collective purpose, and then we have an individual purpose. So the collective purpose is of oneness. There's no separation. All religions are just, it's the same message. Even in religion, in spirituality, it's the same message, the same essence. So I realized that, and I realized the Mother Earth once again, and I realized myself within the Mother Earth, that I am the Earth, I am the universe. And I realized the power we have as an individual to change the entire universe with just a thought. And so that is the main realization, and that's what the ayahuasca did at that point. Well, the funny thing is once you think you have it all figured out, you realize you don't know anything. And that's part of it. It'll always be a mystery until we leave this place, this school, this earth. So that's what I figured out. I don't think there is an exact knowing of someone knows everything. I don't think it's impossible. You can know the principles and the laws, but by discovering your individual purpose, I just say keep walking. Because there is confusion, especially at this time of the new birthing. There's going to be a lot of spiritual chaos and confusion, and so you just got to keep on walking your walk. And I think personally my purpose was to come here. I was led here and to help set up this One Heart Purification Center to help with the purification of humanity. Anyone who wants to come and learn and remember and purify, then the place is here, and we're here to teach and help and guide, so that everyone can become their own teachers, their own healers, so that we can be free. The ultimate thing is freedom, to teach people how to be free inside and then create it outside. So that's the purpose of this place and why I'm here. So that's my purpose now, for now. Well, we use the food as the first medicine, first of all, because there's many beautiful medicines that we've been gifted with. I mean, you can't say one is better than the other. They're all doing their thing at this time. Like you have your ayahuasca, you have peyote, you have San Pedro, you have, even the anti-creation side is like, the medical system, they have their cures, which aren't really cures, but anyway, there's many medicines, right? So we're kind of going back to the state of what is the first medicine, what is the thing our bodies need the most every day is food, so we teaching that. And as far as Titus, he agreed with that too. Titus was the Hopi elder of this land, and this was his vision too. So he agreed that food was the first medicine. You got to eat what you grow, and when you do that, you won't get sick, so you won't need extra medicines. So even shamans, they used to, right at the beginning, used to eat just what they grew from the land, and the medicines were only discovered at a later stage. It wasn't necessary originally, in the ancient ancestral times. It was just food. And we didn't need medicine because there was no dis-ease. Everything was ease, everything was abundance. So we only created the disease with our minds and with the manipulation, which is part of it all.